Hi everyone, this is Anna Hajizadeh. In video number 1, I talked about IELTS RAC. In video number 6, I talked about task analysis. In this video, I want to talk about the first type of IELTS writing task 2. Since IELTS hasn't officially released a categorization of task types, various classifications have been provided by IELTS instructors. To ease the processes of task identification, I'll first introduce the most common types of IELTS writing task 2 and then go into more detailed explanation and tell you each type can also include different forms. Before we start, let's have a quick review of different sections of a task. As you remember, each IELTS writing task 2 includes up to 2 different parts: statement, question task.
Statement. The first part of any IELTS writing task 2 is called statement, which includes 2 main factors: main idea and controlling idea words. The statement provides information about the main idea and tells the candidates to write about which topics, people, or other concerns. Question task. The second part of any IELTS writing task 2 is called the question task, which is the different part among all IELTS writing task 2 types. This is because each question task should be approached differently.
By analyzing question task in many different IELTS writing task 2, we were able to group them in 5 different categories: discussion essay, opinion essay, advantages and disadvantages essay, double question essay, mixed design essay. The first type of IELTS writing task 2 is called discussion essay, which are really common and easy to spot, as the phrase discuss both views and discuss both opinions are always included in the question task. The statement section of these tasks always include 1 main idea, while the controlling idea words include the idea of 2 groups of people. IELTS candidates are required to write about both opinions. A thorough analysis of a varied collection of discussion essay questions guided us to identify 3 main categories of these questions, depending on the information shared in the statements. Our criteria for this division is a different information shared by the controlling idea words. 3 types of discussion essay questions are tea, noti, tea, coffee, tea, noti, and coffee. Let's examine each group in detail. The first category of discussion essay question is called tea, noti questions. The statement section always includes 1 main idea, while the controlling idea words include the idea of 2 groups of people who always disagree. So one group agrees, tea, while the second group disagrees, noti. How do tea, noti questions look like? Some people believe tea, while others argue noti. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now let's see how to answer tea, noti questions.
Extract the main idea from the statement. Then extract the idea of the first group, tea. Then extract the idea of the second group, noti. Remember that the idea of the second group is always opposite to the idea of the first group. That's why we have called it noti. Then decide which side of the idea you agree with. Do you agree with tea or do you agree with noti? Then in 1 paragraph, write about the side you disagree with. In the second paragraph, write about the side you agree with. Remember, you have to write about both sides of the argument, but agree with 1 side and do not change it. Example: some people think secondary school students should study international news as one of their subjects. others say this is a waste of valuable school time. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Well, let's analyze the task. What's the main idea? Well, main idea is international news at school. Controlling idea words include the idea of two groups of people, T and the opposite, Noti. Let's see what is T.
Some people believe students should study international news.
Let's see what is Noti.
Some people believe students shouldn't study international news because this is a waste of valuable school time.
And instructional words say, discuss both views and give your own opinion. In this example, the main idea is to study international news at school. One group believes that students should study international news. We call them T. In contrast, the second group believes students shouldn't study international news at school, so we call them Noti. To provide an acceptable answer to this question, you have to write about both sides of the argument, T and Noti. But you have to maintain your position throughout the essay and do not change it.
Second type of discussion essay question is called tea coffee. The statement section of tea coffee questions always include one main idea, while the controlling idea words include the idea of two groups of people. These groups always express two different opinions about the main idea. Tea coffee questions always appear like this statement. Some people believe tea, while others argue coffee. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now let's see how to answer tea coffee questions.
Extract the main idea from the statement. Extract the opinion of the first group, T. Then extract the opinion of the second group, coffee. Decide which opinion you agree with. Do you agree with tea or do you agree with coffee? Then in one paragraph, write about the opinion you disagree with. Finally, in a last paragraph, write about the opinion you agree with. Remember, you have to write about both opinions, but choose the one you agree with or prefer and do not change it. Let's see one example. Some people think that children should learn to compete in the world, but others think that children should be taught to cooperate so as to become more useful to society. State your reason from both sides and give your own opinion. Okay, let's analyze the task. What's the main idea? Educating children. What are the controlling idea words? Well, there are two controlling idea words, tea and coffee. Let's see what's tea in this example.
Children should learn to compete.
Now let's see what's the coffee in this example.
Children should learn to cooperate.
And instructional words to say, state your reasons from both sides and give your opinion. In this example, there is one main idea which talks about educating children. Two opinions have been shared. The first one, T, argues that children should learn to compete, while the second one, Coffee, argues that children should learn to cooperate. It means that there are two groups of people concerning educating children. One group believes that the focus of children's education should be on the competition. In contrast, others believe that cooperation should be taught to children.
Third category of discussion essay question is called tea, Noti, and coffee. These questions are a combination of type 1, tea Noti, and type 2, tea and coffee questions. So the statement section always includes one main idea, while the controlling idea words include the idea of two groups of people. The first group expresses their opinion about the main idea, we call it T, while the second group first rejects the idea of the first group, so we call it Noti, and then expresses a new idea, so we call it coffee. How do tea, Noti, and coffee questions look like? Some people believe tea, while others argue Noti and coffee. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now let's see how to answer tea, Noti, and coffee questions.
Extract the main idea from the statement. Extract the opinion of the first group, T. Then extract the rejection of the first opinion, Noti. Now extract the new opinion expressed by the second group, coffee. Decide which side of the idea you agree with. Do you agree with tea? Or do you agree with Noti and coffee? In one paragraph, write about the side you disagree with. In the second paragraph, write about the side you agree with. You have to write about both sides of the idea, but you should maintain your position and do not change it. Let's see one example. Some people think that more money should be spent to promote the use of bicycles in cities. However, others believe that bicycle is not an appropriate means of transportation for urban environments, and cities should focus on investing in public transport systems instead. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Let's analyze the task. What's the main idea? Well, the main idea is city transport. Controlling idea words include the idea of two groups of people. Let's see what the first group says.
More money should be spent to promote the use of bicycles in cities.
Now, let's see what the second group says.
Bicycle is not an appropriate means of transport for urban environments.
Well, the second group first rejects the idea of the first group. Then they express a new opinion.
Investing in public transport system.
In this example, the main concern is about the appropriate means of transport in cities. In this regard, the first group of people believes bicycles are useful, so we call them T. Then the second group of people reject the idea and say that bicycle is not an appropriate means of transportation, so we call them Noti. And they share a new idea, which is investing in public transport system, so it's called coffee.
Note that to get a high score in discussion essay questions, you have to extract the idea of two groups of people and write about both of them adequately and relatively equally. In chapter 6 of our book, IELTS Writing Task 2, The Miracle Maker, we have explained different types of discussion essay questions and suggested some possible designs to respond to these questions. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.
IELTS writing questions can be divided into 5 categories: discussion essay, opinion essay, advantages and disadvantages essay, double question essay, mixed design essay. The first category is discussion essay. We've divided discussion essay questions into 3 categories. Number 1, T, Noti. Some people say T, while others believe Noti. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. The second group is called Tea, Coffee. Some people believe tea, while others believe coffee. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. The third group is called Tea, Noti, and Coffee. Some people think that tea, while others believe Noti and coffee. Discuss both views and give your own opinion.